Hi kids, welcome to my channel Subhasar's classes. Today we are going to add a new leaf to our physics class. It is about Gauss theorem. Who was Gauss and what he did to physics is a very vast chapter, very vast description. Let us just concentrate on what he said about electric charges and field. In Gauss theorem, there is generally a correlation between electric flux, the surface area with which the flux is related to, the electric charge that is contained inside a surface. So, surface, the charge contained in a surface and the electric flux, these are the three prominent things which Simon Gauss relates, which Mr. Gauss relates. So, in Gauss theorem, generally the statement reads like this: the amount of charge enclosed in a closed surface of surface area S is 1 by epsilon 0 times the charge in the system or the charge in the enclosure. So, if there is a surface like this, suppose this surface area S encloses a charge Q in it, then the flux associated with the surface electric flux phi E should be equal to 1 by epsilon 0 times the charge inside the surface. So, if we have a spherical surface, this S will be 4 pi r square, and if we have a rectangular surface, can it be a surface? It is a plane. It is having two dimensions, length and breadth and length, so it will have an area, and this cannot enclose anything. A simple plane area cannot enclose anything, but when it is wrapping around something, then only it can enclose. So, when a surface encloses a charge Q, then there is a link established between the electric flux and the charge enclosed in that area. Let me introduce flux, electric flux. What is electric flux? What at all is flux? Flux means a flow that is associated with an area. If you hold something tightly, if suppose you are holding 10 sticks, small sticks with your grip, then the 10 sticks will have some surface area, cross sectional area like this, and if you just cut it, then you have a cross sectional surface area like this, a cross sectional area like this, and this is the stick, each stick. So, this thing will be called a flux. When in case of electricity, if this is flux, this one is electric field E and this area is the surface area S. So, in electric charges and fields, we term electric flux as the product of these unit electric fields and the surface area to which they are linked with. So, the generalized concept is phi E is E dot S. Electric flux is product of electric field and surface area, and in Gauss theorem we are to prove that phi E is 1 by epsilon 0 of Q, 1 by epsilon 0 into Q, or Q upon epsilon 0. So, clearly we know that if there is a charge here at this point, we are having three axes, x axis, y axis and z axis. Suppose there is a charge Q here, then around it there will be electric field emanating from it in all possible directions. So, this field is E, electric field E. If the surface area, if this is a sphere, then we know that surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. Now, the electric flux clearly should be electric field E into surface area S. From Coulomb's law, we know that E is F upon Q, which is also 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by r square. So, now if we take that value we get 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square, and for s we take 4 pi r square. Then how much we get? See, 4 pi is cancelled, r square is cancelled, and we finally get q epsilon 0. So phi e became 1 by epsilon 0 into q. This proves the theorem. So it is a very simple concept. It is applied over 2 or 3 cases. You have to see through the examples of the book. Now can we convert, can we get Gauss theorem from Coulomb's law? Coulomb's law states that F is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q0 by r square, where q0 a is a unit charge. Then electric field E should be F by q0, which is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square. This is the way how we find E from F. Now since we have phi E equal to E into S, what is phi E? Phi E is q by epsilon 0, which is equal to E into 4 pi r square. So from this expression we can find E to be 1 by 4 pi r square into q by epsilon 0. Just reverse this statement, write E into 4 pi r square is equal to q by epsilon 0, so that you get E is equal to this side, this goes to the right side, 1 by 4 pi r square into q by epsilon 0. Just simplify, you get 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 and q by r square. Since E is equal to this much, so F will be q0 into E, which is q0 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square. Then multiply and write it 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q0 by r square, and this gives us Coulomb's law. So conversion of Coulomb's law into Gauss law and Gauss law into Coulomb's law is a very tricky material. It is a very easy thing. You can have a practice over it and get it cleared. This ends this chapter, and thank you for watching the video. Bye.